I'm going to do a few examples of solving for little equations. So in this equation, I equals P times R times T. I'm going to solve for T. So these three things are being multiplied. To get T by itself, I can divide by PR on both sides. When I do that, that cancels and I'm left with T. So T equals I over PR. Now we do a lot of these problems to solve for something, and then given in like a word problem, we'll input other things to help us solve. The next one, solve for P. Well, the problem is I have two P's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them so that they're on the same side. So I'm going to add P to both sides. So what I have right now is A equals PRT plus P. Now that I have two terms and each term has a P, I'm going to factor out P. So when I factor that out, I'm left with RT plus 1, because what I did is I divided out a P. Those will cancel, left with RT, that becomes 1, which equals A. Now, our goal still is to solve for P. What this expression on the right-hand side is saying, P times the quantity. So let's divide by the quantity RT plus 1, divide by the quantity RT plus 1. Those will cancel and I now have isolated P. P equals A over the quantity RT plus 1. Now I have solved for the letter P. Let's try one more. This time I'm going to solve for the letter X. Well, I have an X right here and an X right here. My goal is to get both of those X's on the same side, so I'm going to subtract a BX to both sides. That will cancel there, so I have an AX minus a BX plus a B squared equals negative A squared. Well, it's good that I have all my X's on the left, but I have this term right here. I don't want that because I can't factor anything out of it, so let's move it to the other side. Let's subtract B squared. So now I'm left with an AX minus a BX equals negative A squared minus B squared. Now we're on a good track. I have an X, so I can factor it out, so I'm left with an A minus B equals negative A squared minus B squared. Last step to isolate X, X times the quantity. Let's divide by that quantity on both sides. So my final solution is X equals negative A squared minus B squared over A minus B. And there's my final solution.